Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And that gets things running. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, I get the feeling, Peter, that this guy, Michael Elise, will be very much on show here. He's, I think, superb in that position on the right-hand side. I don't want to see him moved anywhere else in the team because he's expert in that area. And I think the next phase in his career now is to start scoring more goals. He's already pretty proficient at that, but he's good enough to add many more goals to his game, and he could do some damage here too.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Upamecano. And here's Mbappe. And it's made its way to him. Kovacic.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Decent chance! And it's come back out to him. Goal! France! And France are in front. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
And listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Le numéro 10.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Cherki, showing good feet. There's the shot! And he nearly went all the way.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
Stood up well to him there. France disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Oh, important interception. Danger averted for now. Thuram. He's got away. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. France are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Semenyo.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. It is a corner. France with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Tchouaméni with the short one. Now it's Tchouaméni. And he's whipped it across. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is.
They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Tchouaméni clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
pinches it off him. Lewis. Olise goes sliding in. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Now then, the ball's come loose. And the two sides separated by the game's own... He's had a shot! Really well taken goal. They have come roaring back.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Klaus. Olise. And it's Rodri. And here's Semenyo. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Oh, they could be caught out here. The ball has bounced loose now. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! Now, what about a counter-attack?
Temps additionnel.
Decent progress down the left. Tries to pass it through. Lofted it. Terrific header! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incidents and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. So we're into the second 45. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Semenyo having a look.
It's not the best angle, this, but he might just be tempted to shoot.
Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Savinho. Ignori. Kovacic. Semenyo. And that is expertly dealt with. Lewis. Jackie, lovely ball and a great chance! Oh, it's come off the upright, and he's done it!
Boom! There we go, and it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
Savino duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Still they trail, and time is ticking away. Doué. Nicely weighted ball. Lovely. Can he finish? It's there! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 8.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
À leur place, le numéro 6. Le numéro 3. Digne. Attention, changement.
And he thumps it clear. Conte. Mbappe being hunted in packs.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
France are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
Olise. Ball played for Klaus. Olise. Passing is crisp and sharp. Rodri. Foden is onto this. That's an excellent interception.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Lewis. And here's Doku, looking to play him in. He has found the way through. Drilled in low. Saliba gets it away. Doué. Now it's Thuram. Mbappe in acres of space out wide. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Just about up to 75 minutes. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 9.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been
Le
expecting.
numéro 4. À leur place, le numéro 12. Le numéro 7. Le numéro 15.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Changement.
Time for a change in personnel. Marmouche getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
Vardiol gets over and intercepts. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's a good ball. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Foden stood his ground strongly. And it's Reinders. And Vardiol. Yehi. It's a good spell of possession, this.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Temps additionnel.
Well
5
seen,
minutes.
saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Can they find an extra gear here? Gets into some space. He rises! Harmlessly behind.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Lewis. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Has another go! And that could so easily have gone in. It didn't, and the 90 minutes are up.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
S'il vous plaît. Les personnes
So
chargées
90
de
minutes couldn't
sécurité
produce a winner,
sont priées de
and
se
we
présenter
have
aux
extra
postes
time.
sécurité. Changement pour la France. Le numéro 21. À sa place.
No winner
le
in
numéro
90,
2.
30 more to come. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
He's shooting! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Rodri picks it up from the goal kick. Conte. Now it's Colomouani. Rodri. And it's Reinders. And here's Bernardo Silva. Oh, that chance for a shot! Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Dembele. Dembele going face-to-face with his great rival. Reinders. Now it's Foden. And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And that's a throw-in. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Bernardo Silva, looking for options for movement. Dembele. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Whistle's gone, that's foul. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. And that extra time reaches half-time.
Mesdames et messieurs,
well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them?
Attend ses parents au secrétariat du club. Jonathan, casquette bleue.
Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? And he has shown him a yellow card. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all. And it's Reinders. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe. Oh, that's fabulous. No, he's not getting his way this time. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Foden. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. Saliba has been given his marching orders. He had already been on a yellow card from a previous incident. Lewis. France must do something here, and very quickly.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Has a look and plays it forward. Not the most accurate pass. Foden. Now it's Bernardo Silva.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Foden. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Oh, well measured. And he's running through. He's having a shot! Sticks it away! And this is And there goes the final whistle. France illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen so many times, they ended up with nothing.
Votre attention, s'il vous plaît.
Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, there was a...
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. As you can see, we've already started here. Takes a shot! Sensational from Haaland!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And here's Savinho. That's a good run down the left. Flings in across. He's got full. Oh, it's come loose. Bellingham. Goulet. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Traumedi. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's an imaginative pass. Bettinelli claims comfortably. Goulet.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Kovacic. Kovacic, who's set up one goal so far. Lewis. Cherki. That looks a decent ball. Little pass back. Passing is crisp and sharp. Goes looking wide. No way through. And the shot! They've scored! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
So that's two now without shapes to shoot!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
Madrid with the corner, they're first. Goulet plays it short. Brilliantly cut out. And it's Arda Goulet. Belling shot at goal! Sensational from Bellingham! He's got himself an absolute peach. And they are dragging it back! Game on again!
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Looking to play him in. And the shot's on. Mbappe! Vardiol. And here's the chance to counter. Nouri. Aimed beyond the defence. He is through here. Kovacic. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Haaland. And they're quick to get it back. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Half-time getting close now. Savinho in acres of space out wide. Oh, what a climb! It's in! It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Marcó en el minuto 43 el dorsal 9.
So the lead now is 2.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Kovacic. Cherki.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
And here's Semenyo. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. It'll be a throw-in. Bellingham. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Rodri. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time.
Durante el descanso podremos disfrutar de un pequeño espectáculo ofrecido por nuestro grupo oficial de animación.
That gets things going for the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He has found the way through. Chance, surely!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
Goulet. Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball. Haaland is onto this. Great vision. Savinho. Oh, that is... And the shot! Oh, brilliant stop from Courtois! And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Oh, smashing header! And that's caused a worry or two.
Kovacic must have been hit by a flash of doubt then. He complicated what looked like an easy opportunity.
It's their second corner of the game. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Tchouaméni is the guilty party there. Now it's Savinho. Goulet. He's beaten the last, but real chance! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Savinho receives it in a good position here. And he's in on goal. Passing nice and neat. Oh, cracking ball. Tchouaméni. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And he's going to have his name taken.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El
We have
dorsal
got
5,
changes here, from
el
both sides in
dorsal
fact.
24, el dorsal
Madrid
14,
perhaps wondering what the
serán
best time is for their
sustituidos por
next substitution.
El dorsal 11, el dorsal
He really is
21,
being given
el
no
dorsal
time to think
6,
on the ball now.
cambio de
Yeah, and they've got
jugadores.
to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out.
Great chance! Sticks it away!
Brahim Diaz really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gehi cuts out the pass, and it's Nunez. Bernardo Silva. Doku tries a cross. Goulet, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lewis tries the cross.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Se va a producir
So,
un
time
cambio
for
de
changes
jugadores.
on both
El
sides,
dorsal
actually.
22, el dorsal 12 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 17,
Carvajal.
el dorsal 2. Se va a
Asensio.
realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Now Eder Militao. Mendy. And it's Camavinga. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And it's Carvajal.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And the finish! No mistake! So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Goulet. Looking tidy in possession here. Chance for a shot! They want to be quick to recover this.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Five minutes left on the clock. Tries to play it through. Asensio spots it and intercepts. Mendy. Doku. And it's Nunez. Passes short and sharp. Brahim Diaz. Madrid have got it back and they'll have another go.
Habrá 5 minutos de descuento.
Guardiol. Matches Nunez. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, that's fabulous. Knocks it into space. Asensio. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. A nice sequence of passes, this. Shot could be on. He's got away. He's having a shot! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt. So, third corner of the game. And that has been cleared. Adem. That's that, the end. Madrid were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, look, it was very one-sided. Their players didn't turn up for the first half, and then it all went downhill.
So, just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom, and to wish you all a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. The action has already started. Now it's Mbappe. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Savinho is wide and looking to get onto this. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
It's very hard to miss this guy, Haaland, when there's all 6'4" of him. A player with great football pedigree in his family. Remember, his father played in the English top flight. The most talked about man in football. He's really one of a kind and marauds his way around the pitch.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Mbappe. He's beat Mbappe! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Ignori. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he goes cross-field.
Good ball, that too.
Looking to play him in. That is lovely. Cherki. Just eases him off the ball. And there's his chance to lead the counter. He is through here. Bellingham. Now it's Brahim Diaz. The other side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Now it's Haaland. That's a good ball out wide. Kovacic. Semenyo. Now it's Haaland. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And it's Lewis. Now then, the ball's come loose. Looking for the run. Always onto this. He's in a great position here, and he's managed to get free. Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's enjoyed it. Shot a goal! He's delivered all right! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Madrid have taken the lead.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
And here's Haaland. Great ball, and he's in here. Swings in across. Oh, there's a probing ball. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Kovacic. Out towards the flank. Incoming delivery.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
In once more. It is a corner. And we have our very first corner. And it's Kovacic. Oh, such a clever touch. Semenyo! He's scored! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry.
Haaland! Good ball, good take. And the finish! It's in! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on? Or even better, can they get another?
Oh, that's fabulous. It's Kovacic! Brahim Diaz. Now this could be a chance. Mbappe. Decent chance! Goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit.
And there's the end of the first half. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. Terrific half, 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow. There's the whistle then to start the second half. And here's Semenyo. Now it's Semenyo. Lewis receives it in a wide position. And he's quick to get it clear again. Eder Militao has got himself a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
He just can't argue with that. He could have been booked for an earlier incident too.
Mendy. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Savinho. Great ball if he can get there. Chance, surely! Big moment! Massive goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Now look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Has a look and plays it forward. He was under real pressure there. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't...
And the shot! They've scored! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback. And this...
Oh, he's been caught napping. He's on it. Can he get away? Goulet. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Passing is crisp and sharp. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Chance here to counter. Semenyo does have his name on the score sheet, of course. And no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Mbappe. That's a shade optimistic. Oh, they could break here. And he's quick to snatch it back. Savinho. He's got away. Oh, nice touch. Goulet. It's a promising position. Well, that has not gone well. Spread out to the left. And it's Kovacic. Nice physical challenge.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 5, el dorsal 21, el dorsal 14, el dorsal 22, el dorsal
Very
3.
nicely done.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal
Foden.
30, el dorsal 11.
Loose ball
el
now, and there's a
dorsal
chase on
6,
to retrieve it.
El dorsal 4.
Foden.
El dorsal
Let's
17.
make sure that's not getting
Cambio de
through.
jugadores.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And that is as far as they're going to go. And the pass is intercepted. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Alexander-Arnold. Into the last 5 minutes. Goulet, here's onto this. He has found the way. He's got full. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. Madrid have been handed a game-changing chance. To turn a deficit into a lead. Not much more than a formality.
That's calm for you. Nothing is going to distract him.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
It looks to be the correct call, Peter, and in the circumstances it really had to be.
He's found a way through. This could be their final throw of the dice. Desperate defending required here. And he's gone looking for safety. Can he get it through?
4 minutos de descuento.
Could have here their final chance. All hands on deck for this one. A header! Aimed beyond the defence. And it's made its way to him. Great chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, he's been caught on it here. Alexander on. So that's it. It is all over. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Mbappe, totally unstoppable today. Everything he touched turned to goals. Madrid leave it late, but in the end, it was great. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Begley.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Superb from Arne.
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Portugal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, that's been cut out, well played. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And it's Semedo. João Felix.
It's out for a goal kick.
Madrid leading here thanks to that early goal.
And the score is 1-0.
And that is a little undercooked.
Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto goes on a charge down the left. Turns and goes back.
João Felix.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Mbappe. João Neves. And it's João Palhinha.
Out to the left it goes.
Crosses it in.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And he has been fouled there. And he's going to have his name taken.
More and more pressure on the ball here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mbappe is in a really good position out wide. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. João Palhinha.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Nuno Mendes. Now it's Neves.
Is there any support? And he shoots!
They've got to be quick to recover this. Alexander-Arnold. Bellingham. Nicely weighted ball. Pedro Neto. Now it's Neves. Picked up. Big chance!
Goal! Portugal are level. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Well, that looks
There's the shot! He has done it! And again they hit the front. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
El dorsal 5.
Madrid take the lead.
Nuno Mendes. And it's Bernardo Silva.
Now he's got space here. Showing good feet. Now the ball in. Asensio gets it clear. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Chouameni. Mendy.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Ball's gone out of play. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Goulet tries to pass it through, and he cuts out the supply. Antonio Silva. João Palhinha. And it's Bernardo Silva. And that's gone loose. Pass somewhat off target. Asensio calmly anticipates. Threads one in. He's in a great position here. Now it's Mbappe. Brahim Diaz. He's had a shot! Ruben Diaz gets it away. Can he get it through? João Palhinha. Now it's Neves. Tries to play it through. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Madrid are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. It's in! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
This is quite a battle.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so...
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, fantastic from Ronaldo!
Well, clearly there was some serious talking done in that dressing room during the break, because they've started this second half with much more intent, and the captain's finish was sublime. Just the ideal tonic for the remainder.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Portugal get themselves into the lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Ruben Diaz did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Madrid really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. Brahim Diaz. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
And here's Mbappe. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Antonio Silva cuts it out. Madrid have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Oh no, what has happened here? Brahim Diaz. Joao Felix. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! Bernardo Silva. Joao Neves at his creative best. He's set up 2 goals. He's beaten the last man. Goes for a shot! He scores! And there's the goal they've been looking for. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 21.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. Portugal go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Strong challenge, that could leave a mark. Vinicius Junior, great ball and he's in here. Mendes gets rid without sophistication. Madrid looking to pass their way through. Looking for the run.
Mbappe really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Portugal clearly should have gone.
He's having a shot! Now that is commitment to the cause. Portugal with the corner, they're first.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Matheus Nunes, he's going for goal! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, judging by his reaction, he clearly feels he should have made more of it, but he's looking very much like the big threat at the moment.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation.
Oh, smashing header! Oh, that was no routine save.
Gonzalo Ramos actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bruno Fernandes. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Goulet given the lip. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Camavinga. And the number on the board is 3. Rafael Leao. And we're done. Madrid can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
So hello and welcome to everybody who has joined us for the build-up to this occasion of ultimate tribalism. And as you would expect, that build-up has been remarkable. They fight here not just for the pride of their manor, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So bring it on.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be a game where the two key words are pride and courage, Peter. Pride in that you have to be prepared to fight for everything, and courage to be daring, to stand up and to commit yourself.
And as you can see, we've already started here. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's burst through. So much chance, surely! Oh, no, has another goal! It's in!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Pepelu. And that's really well manoeuvred. Not the most accurate pass. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Out to the left it goes. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Oh, there's a probing ball. Almeida. Fulquier. And it's Fulquier. Lopez providing an outlet on that flank. Courtois claims it, safe hands. Valencia look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vinicius Junior. And that's a great chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. Chomer. Rioja. Ambitious ball here. Now it's Rioja. Almeida. And that has left him in a heap. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Great chance here from position A1. And now as good a time as any to pull level. Going for goal! And he thumps it clear. Approaching the half-hour mark. Rioja. Rioja ploughing through the middle. Alexander-Arnold. Valverde. Now it's Sadiq. And here's Almeida. Could be danger here.
Bellingham. Pressing high and with purpose. Great defending, strong and determined. Chouameni. Gaya. Pass somewhat off target. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Little doubt, that is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Diego Lopez. Fouquier. Ah, that's a fine interception. Goulet. Vinicius Junior. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Oh, this looks sharp. And he's managed to get free, and he shoots! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Goulet. It's Valverde. Chouameni. Now, can they get him away? Well-timed, excellent interception. Out towards the flank. Passes short and sharp. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
I think, on the whole, the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Madrid are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Gaya puts a cross in, and he's there to get it away. Pepelu. Passing is crisp and sharp. Rioja receives it in a good position here. Madrid looking to pass their way through. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Chance! Well, that is commitment to the cause. And we have our very first corner. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Can he finish? It's in! They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides.
Bellingham! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Goulet with the short...
Mbappe!
Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Vinicius Junior.
Looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Valverde.
Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Vinicius Junior.
Is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, what has happened here?
Well, good claim by the keeper. He's certainly earned his keep there.
Almeida. That has been cut short.
Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. That ball looks a good one.
He is through here. Mbappe.
It's gone all the way through to the keeper. Valencia are looking to break at pace. Rioja. Searching pass he's played there. Madrid needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Almeida!
It's bounced back off the post.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El
Both
dorsal
sides
8,
then taking this chance
el
to
dorsal
turn to
5,
their benches.
El dorsal 14, el dorsal 22, el dorsal 12 serán sustituidos por el
Mendy.
dorsal 21, el dorsal 11, el dorsal 6, el dorsal 17, el dorsal 2.
Carvajal
Cambio de jugadores.
hurtling down that right flank.
Pepelu.
And it's been played through. And it's Javi Guerra.
Nice interception, well timed.
Uber tries a shot! And he hits the net! And the game is well and truly turned on its head!
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Valencia get themselves into the lead.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
They want to be quick. Oh, he's been caught on it here!
This looks promising.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
No, he's just misjudged that one.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
Danjuma does well to stand firm and defend it.
Now it's Duro. Brahim Diaz.
Well, we expected better, and so did he.
Now it's Guerra.
Well, that looks a decent ball.
Oh, shooting chance! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
And the referee brings it to a close. Madrid can look back at this result with regret.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
We have already started here.
Two tribes going toe-to-toe. Swings it across. Castagna kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And the through ball. He's picked his way through, and he shoots! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Thuram!
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
And he's cut it out. And that has left him in a heap. Showing good feet. Oh, good take in a good area. And De Bruyne! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
Yes, getting the best out. He's had a shot! Goal! Belgium! First blood drawn. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came up beautifully.
Belgium are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this should allow...
He gets big!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Now it's Thuram. Chouameni. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And he was alert to it. Yep, it's a corner. That's a decent clearance. And he's straight offside. And it's De Bruyne. Now it's Lukaku.
France are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Thuram. Now it's Mbappe. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Little doubt, that is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. Elise. And he's picked it up out wide. Klaus made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Looking for options for movement, and the shot! He's got a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it.
De Bruyne!
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Olise. And here's Doué. Doué. Oh, lovely feeding it. Chance for a shot! Really nicely worked opportunity, that. Some lovely exchanges.
Doué really did pass up on a good opportunity then, but some of the build-up play was absolutely majestic.
And it's De Bruyne. It's a searching pass. Cross into the box. France do have a chance to counter here. Threads one in. Thuram. Well, that looks a decent ball.
Thuram really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Could move up a gear here. Searching pass he's played there. No, he's just misjudged that one. Onana. And it's Tielemans. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Doué, and he's away. Plenty to aim at here. And the shot! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Belgium finding their passes. Tielemans. And the first half is done. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
France certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Here we go again then.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going...
Good chance here! And that's off target.
De Bruyne probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
De Bruyne. Tielemans. Now, can they get him away? And it's been played through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And it's Doué. And they win it back again. And he's intervened well there. And the counter-attack is on for France. Driving forward. And here's Thuram. Oh, that, and the shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Konate, Tchouaméni. Passing is crisp and sharp. Teat wins the duel this time.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
De Kalpa. Looking to play him in. It's a promising position. And the ball is out of play.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 11.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Le numéro 7. Le numéro 20. Changement.
Now, he's got space here. Good ball, good take.
He's found the way through. Cleared without complication. Great ball, and he's in here. He has a look up. He's having a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are pulling clear here. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
And very quickly, the substitute made him... Oh, what has happened here? Now it's Batshuayi. Trossard. And here's Doku. Oh, sweet feet. So, what can they make of this? Doué. Mbappe looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
France perhaps contemplating their next change here. Onana. Fofana goes steaming forward. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Belgium clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Can he finish? Outstanding save to keep that out.
Oh, it's a brilliant effort, you have to say that. He clearly wanted to do it in style.
Just a quarter of an hour to play.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now, what about a counter-attack? And here's Batshuayi. And it's Castagna. Fofana. There's no flag. Oh, smashing header! Oh, taken with style! Result no longer in doubt! It's just about how many! It was wonderful. And that's it. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
And already we're underway here.
Now it's Olise. He's picked his way through.
Oh, well played, well played. And the counter is on.
Driving on and making good progress. Dovbik! That's a half-decent try.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I would think that this fella, Alexander Zinchenko, will have a very busy game. Constantly switching between defending the wide areas and moving in to create overloads through the middle. He's perfect for teams that like to switch from a back three to a back four, depending on whether the team is in possession or not.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. And it's Bujalski looking for options for movement. They've won a corner. Ukraine with the corner, they're first. Cleared without hesitation. Plays a sharp little ball here. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Klaus. France yet to have an attempt on goal. Now it's Dovbik. Dovbik! Goal! Ukraine! And it's Ukraine who take the lead. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Ukraine are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
France really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Conte. Played out wide. And here's Mbappe. Might be dangerous. Chance! And he hits the net. They're level. Level in a trice!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forced... Oh, shooting chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, that's why we love the beautiful game, to see excitement like that. The run was dynamic, the finish disappointing.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Doué, they want to be quick to recover this. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Driving forward.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Bujalski. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, just skips past his man. Shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this? And he's following up!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Upamecano. Another pass, just keeps it ticking over. And he shoots! Goal! France! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
France get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, I always...
Dovbyk! A real chance and a real let-off.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Doué. Here's Tchouaméni. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Climbs up big! Goal! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
The referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. France are involved in a terrific contest here. It's been a slugfest and a half. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides. Quite a half. More of the same, please. Score at the interval, 2-2. Ukraine kick off the second half. And he's managed to get free. Can he stop it going? Oh, he takes a shot! There it is!
Oh, he's quite the pro.
The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
But pour l'équipe de France.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
And now he has two. France take the lead. Doué. Nicely aimed pass. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Upamecano. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, nice touch. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. And here's Dovbyk. Now, what about a counter-attack? Hernandez powering forward here. He has found the way through. Hernandez purring through the gears. Ukraine needed that, they really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Zabani spots it and intercepts. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Rodrigue. Now it's Dovbyk. And he's chosen to go back. Play back. Well, that looks a decent ball. And he's picked it up out wide.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Now it's Dovbyk. Zinchenko! Out towards the flank. And it's Bujolski. Nice interception, well timed. Upamecano gets rid without sophistication. Klaus gets it clear. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Upamecano with a definite foul there. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 9.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Le numéro 21. Le numéro 17. Le numéro 11. À leur place.
Yarmolenko.
Le numéro 15.
Oh, he's found support out wide. It's a promising
Le
position.
numéro 5. Le numéro 2.
Incoming delivery.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Kante tries making a foray down the right.
France clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Not the most convincing of passes. Barcola absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
France moments now away from seeing this one out. Could be danger here. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Chouameni. Kante puts his foot on the gas.
Il
Now
y aura
it's
2
Mbappe.
minutes de temps additionnel.
Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Referee's given a throw. Oh, it's come loose. And there's the shot! That's that, the end. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Doué, voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
Nous vous demandons
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
So that's got things underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, you can never emphasise enough just how important it is to have a dependable goalkeeper, and this fella, Emi Martinez, is certainly one that...
Great chance! Klaus. Olise. That is Conte. Muscular approach does pay off here. Klaus. Chouameni. Now it's Mbappe. Buendia. Into Barkley. Spread out to the left. He's in plenty of space here. Thuram. Threads one in. Now it's Thuram. Good ball, good take. Mbappe! Superb goal!
Well, there's leadership for you. That's what the armband means for him, setting the perfect example, the perfect tone. Tremendous.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now, can they get him away? Thuram is onto this. Thuram
Was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Quarter of an hour played. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
France are looking to go forward now. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, played right into his path. He's picked his way through.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Not the most accurate pass.
Digne.
Sancho. Steaming on goalwards. He's chosen to go back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
Hangs one in. And he's taking no chances there.
And here's the chance to counter.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
Well, that's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
Now it's Mbappe.
Mbappe. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Great work on the overlap. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you could see his annoyance.
Yeah, it all looked so promising until unexpected sloppiness intervened.
Now it's Buendia, driving forward. Distributed tidily. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Now it's Mbappe. Onana. Now it's Abraham. Now this could be a chance. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, good-looking ball. Chouameni. Oh, that's a key interception. And the counter is on. Buendia. Klaus. Elise. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent, but I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
France are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. There's the start of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
And the shot! He's scored! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another. Barkley really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Ball's gone out of play. Just eases him off the ball. Doué. Mbappe looking to run onto it. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, smashing header! And that's caused a worry or two.
Attention, changement.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
France really just need to be careful for the next 10 minutes or so, deal with the pressure and come again. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Elliott, and it's Barkley. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Tuong-Thaitu, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Barkley, and it's made its way to him. There's the shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Bailey clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 9. Pour le remplacer, le numéro 20.
Klaus getting this one clear. Backward it goes. Can he finish? He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Hernandez. Now there's a fine ball. And claimed it back swiftly. He's in a great position here. And he's taking no chances there. France are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
Oh, he's burst through. Barkley, Elliott, Conte. Oh, this is takes a shot! That is delicious! About as smooth as it gets. And they get themselves in front!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
Le numéro 20.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. He's on it. Can he get away? Tries a shot! And it's in! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Quite a thriller, this one. He's had a shot! It's there! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
That's good running with the ball. No way through, so back it comes.
France really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 11.
France are making a change now. A swift reaction then, and the boss opting to reshuffle his defence.
Yeah, and that's not totally surprising. The manager obviously felt his defence needed reinforcement. He can't afford a repeat.
That'll be a throw-in. France are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Some really good ball movement. Konate.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Well, that's a little loose. Now it's Colomwani.
France really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Il y aura 6 minutes de
Now
temps
it's
additionnel.
Elliott. Now that's a fine challenge. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. Klaus. Mbappe. Colomwani. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Barkley. Doué. Searching pass he's played there. Watkins. And the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Oh, that pass isn't... Good effort from distance. The whistle has gone and it is all over. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
It can be difficult at times playing in front of your own fans if you're not living up to the expectations. And I think with confidence looking a little fragile at the moment, they were playing not to lose more than trying to win. And I think everything was just a letdown because of that.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
We have already started here.
Nice looking ball.
So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Nicolo Barella is by all accounts a jack of all trades, and I think that's a very good way of describing how this player operates, because he's growing into one of Italy's most important midfielders, and he always has a say in what's going on, and he looks like captain material for the future. I think this guy has a lovely presence about him.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt.
Thuram. And here's Thuram. Thuram touches it back.
Modern football for you, and all that pressing.
Klaus threads one in. Oh, what has happened here?
Neither side especially adventurous early on.
That has been cut short. Doué. Now it's Thuram. Luis Enrique. Di Marco.
Chance here to counter.
Di Marco
Going full steam ahead down the left flank.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Climbs up big! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front.
Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Aimed beyond the defence. Pass is just off target.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Oh, nicely intercepted. And that's put paid to a promising move. Now it's Enrique.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Shapes to shoot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Klaus goes back to front. Conte. Almost half an hour in now. Now it's Mbappe. And he's had a hit! Di Marco. And they can counter here. And they're quick to get it back.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Barella. Now it's Enrique. Now it's Thuram. Out towards the flank. Oh, that's fabulous. Mkhitaryan. Now this could be a chance. Swept in. Chouameni gets it clear.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And they win it back again.
France truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Klaus. Conte. Doué.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Barella. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Now it's Olise. Passing is crisp and sharp. Doué cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. This possibly the last play of the half. No way through. He's had a shot! Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Un jeune garçon vêtu d'un t-shirt jaune attend ses parents au secrétariat du club. Ses parents sont priés de se faire connaître auprès d'un stadier.
And we're off again.
France really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Conte. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Barella. Good purposeful running this. He might be in here! There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Terrific header! That's a throw. Chouameni, Doué. Doué powering forward here. He is through here. Tries a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. That's going to go a long way. They're trying everything to subdue him here. Well, chance! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
He's had it taken off him. And it's Carlos Augusto. Still chasing the game, trailing by one. Looking to play him in. And it's played in.
OK, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 9, le numéro 11, le numéro 4.
Chouameni,
À leur place,
your
le
impression so
numéro
far,
12.
Jim?
Well,
Le
the time
numéro
has
7.
arrived to start taking
Le
risks.
numéro
They may
15.
well be happy just to level this.
Attention, changement.
And it's Doué.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Hefty challenge, but fair enough. Conte. Oh, such a clever touch. Oh, he's been caught on it here.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
France looking to pass their way through. France perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
And the shot! Sticks it away! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Inter Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Saliba, Chouameni. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Now it's Mbappe. Conte, it's a searching pass. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
A heavy challenge. Martinez. Looking for options for movement. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Doué. This might spell danger.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Played into space out wide. And that is as far as they're going to go. And here's Dumfries. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Played in. It's a mighty effort! Just off target.
Carlos Augusto certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
That's an imaginative pass. Shoots! A real chance and a real let-off. Hernandez. And that has left him in a heap. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Additionnel, 3 minutes.
Now it's Colomouani. There's the shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Cleared without hesitation. And decent chance! Well, there's the clearance. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went good. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast. Bellingham! Chance here to counter.
Yeah, he's fouled him there.
He's a sharp little ball here.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Brazil have produced some of the best centre-halves around, and I think Militao is up there in that lineage, Peter. He's very quick and aggressive, and while he does have the odd mistake in him, or certainly did in his earlier career, he's maturing fast and he's easing that out of his game, and he can go all the way to the very top.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends.
Ndika cuts out the pass. Elainawi. Cristante. Can he get on the end of this?
And this is Dybala.
Climbs up big!
Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game.
Cristante.
Alexander-Arnold. Vinicius Junior.
And it's Camavinga. So we're still where we started right now. He's found a way through. Eder Militao did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Dovbik.
Alexander-Arnold.
Tries to play it through. And Gula. Well, that pass isn't the best. Elainawi.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Rudiger. Mendy. Cristante. Oh, good spread.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Mbappe. That's a shade optimistic.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Dybala. Well, that is one way to stop him. Nicely weighted ball.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Half an hour played now. Played back. Camavinga. Bellingham. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Foot in.
Passing is crisp and sharp.
Knocks it into space. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well-timed, excellent interception. Alexander-Arnold. Goulet. That pass has been well intercepted. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Vinicius Junior. And he's been shifted off it. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And he has shown him a yellow card. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. And this is a great chance to take a lead. He's in a good position. And the shot! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Oh, the weight on the ball was just perfect then. If only they could have come up with a finish to match.
Five minutes till the break. El Ainawi. And it's Simicas. And it's Angelino. Tries to pass it through. Drives it in. Oh, what a climb! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Dudvik really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Ndika kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. He might be in here! And we hit half-time. And it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. And after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time.
Recordamos a nuestros espectadores que este estadio dispone de un circuito cerrado de televisión para garantizar su seguridad.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Vinicius Junior. Great vision. This looks promising. And he's managed to get free. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. El Ainawi. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Eder Militao, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Look, the only way of becoming more aware, Peter, is by lifting your head and realising who's where around you.
Now it's Mbappe. Well, they've got it again. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's good running with the ball. He has found a way through. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Tuameni gets rid without sophistication.
Driven forward.
And it's Cristante.
Now there's a fine ball.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
And here's Dovbik. Ainawi.
That's the keeper's ball. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Eder Militao, they're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Brahim Diaz.
Brahim Diaz, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. He is through here.
And here's Vinicius Junior.
Goes for a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner.
Goulet with the short one. And now they can spring out of defence.
Hermoso gets it away.
No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game.
Tsimikas.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Threads one in. Played into the box.
Great chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Kone actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
Madrid making another change here.
7 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 2, el dorsal 11.
And he's gone looking for safety. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Rodrigo. Madrid have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Now it's Rodrigo.
And there's green grass ahead of him.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
And here's Goulet. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And here's the chance to counter.
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price.
And it's Tsimikas. Looking for the run, and he's in on goal. And he's quick to snatch it back.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Zaragossa's cross.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Now that looks a decent ball.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And he is going into that little black book. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle. Mbappe! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Zaragoza running with the ball. That's it, we're going to get 30 minutes more.
Yeah, neither side has anything to show for some splendid effort, and they certainly aren't showing any signs of easing off, so we remain optimistic.
So all square, we need a winner, and we will be back for extra time.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 10.
Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time.
El dorsal 18. Cambio de jugadores.
You might want to be careful there.
Oh, no question, that's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. Tsimikas in with the challenge. Might be danger here. And the shot! Yes, he's done it! And that's got to be it! That has got to be it! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So we have the first goal. Shot a goal! And yes, it's there! And there's the goal they've been looking for. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Oh, great defending, that needed doing. Tsimikas, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Turns and goes back. Can he finish? Goal! And with extra time approaching halfway, he scores critically.
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
This is threatening to become a really good game. Picked out, chance! Really well taken goal.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
Big chance! One-on-one! Can he finish? Played up towards the front line. Mosso spots it and intercepts. Played out towards the right wing, back into the middle, flashes it across. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. We've reached the midway point in extra time. Well, it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally, but does either team have what it takes to find a winner? And we're off for the final time. This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act. Shot, surely! It's not an especially good pass, that. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Goulet. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was...
Takes a shot! And it's come back out to him. And it's there! And they are cruising away. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best.
And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Saludos a nuestros espectadores que respetan en todo momento las
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and next to me, providing insights, will be Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave, which envelops the team. So we're up and running. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, I like the look of this guy, Kai Havertz. I felt a little sorry for him when he first arrived in English football, because I don't think he was playing.
And the shot! He's delivered all right!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
I doubt... He's having a shot! No mistake! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
So that's two now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Eze, there he goes, motoring forward. Oh, good spread. De Bruyne chasing after it. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
He's in a great position here. That's an excellent interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Arsenal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Bullish header! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Good effort first time.
David Neres really had a decent crack at that. It was a full-blooded effort.
He's had it taken off him. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Now the cross. And that is expertly dealt with. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Now it's Madueke. Tries to play it through. Di Lorenzo kept his eye on it, and he's there. Gabriel promptly onto that, and that is that. Arsenal looking to pass their way through. Now this could be a chance. Oh, what a ball! And there's his chance to lead the counter. Neatly clipped into space. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Front-footed pressing going on here. And here's Havertz. And it's made its way to him. And the shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Arsenal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
It's gone out for a throw-in.
Oh, there's a probing ball. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, this looks sharp. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Di Lorenzo. Now, can they get him away? Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Politano showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Ball swung in, and that should get the job done.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
Great chance! It's anyone's ball now. Played back in. And that's in. Oh, smashing header! No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
David Neres. Now it's Lukaku. Arsenal are looking to break at pace. Rice. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. And again they run up against stubborn defending. And this is Lukaku. He's through, now is he in? And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card. Driving forward. Madueke.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
McTominay. De Bruyne. That has been slung wide. Lukaku. Raya gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. And we've reached half-time. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Arsenal really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players, otherwise this one's as good as done.
Here we go again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Up he goes! And he opts to go forward. That has ended up in no man's land. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Madueke. David Neres. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's well positioned here. McTominay. Anguissa. Now it's Anguissa. Good ball, good take. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 11.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Number 29. High heavens. Number 5.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Elmas receives it in a wide position.
Substitution.
Stood up well to him there. And he's gone searching cross-field. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Elmas. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Just shapes to shoot! Yes! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had